Grand Rising, y'all. Kimmy here, back with another video. I'm up early as shit because I don't know. I'm just always up freaking early, and it annoys me. But when I'm up early, I'm quiet. It's dark. I'm in silence, and it gives me the opportunity to sit and ponder on some shit. You know, Ashe to George Floyd and all the other victims that have been killed and slain by cops. You get what I'm saying? Now understand this. People want to be black and proud. But let me educate you real quick. Black, white, whatever. It's not a race. It's a fucking status code that classifies you as 3/5 of a human. 3/5 of a human. Let's ponder that shit. And because you don't know your rights and you don't know your nationality, guess what? You don't have any. And these crooked ass cops that feel like they can violate your rights, they don't care because they don't value you as a human being. They don't give two fucks about you being black, you being proud, Black Lives Matter. Think about this shit. You see what I'm saying? You want to protest, you want to march, you know, and it's like, what the fuck? At the end of the day, who's really behind NAACP? You see what I'm saying? Nationality is key. Period. When you have a birth certificate, you don't own yourself, first and foremost. A birth certificate is nothing more than a bond receipt. And anybody that's rich and prominent on the freaking stock market, they own your ass. You see what I'm saying? So, ask yourself this question right here. Let's ponder. At one point, we were Negro, colored. Now, we're African American. What the fuck we gonna be after we African American? What is your nationality? Do you know? And if you don't, you might want to find out. Because you have no rights as a corporate person, as a slave underneath the U.S. corporation. You get what I'm saying? It's just that serious. At the end of the day, no man, no woman, no child shall be abused by the corporation that's supposed to protect them. But what these officers out here, these crooked police, need to understand is that the sleeping giant is going to wake up. And whether you're a good cop or you're a bad cop, you're going to become the victim. The polarity will shift. And you can't be upset about the actions of the people because they're tired of having to bury their children. I was sitting here this morning right before I did this video, and this 21-year-old young man was in his yard on the ground, face down, with guns aiming at him. It's only one of him. It's all of you. And my whole thing is, like, did you get picked on as a child? Do you want to take your frustration out on this one person that has no physical power? You all have guns. As soon as he wants to scratch his face, you're going to shoot him. Why? Why? Like, how insecure are you to defeat the defenseless? You know, as a martial artist, I learned that love is law, do harm to none. However, defense is key. You're not going to put your hands on me if I didn't touch you, if I didn't violate your right. So you're not going to violate mine. You get what I'm saying? It's so important. I have sons. And if you touch mine, you're going to need more than Jesus to save your ass. Period. Because I don't raise my children to be ruffians, hoodlums, or whatever. But if they're unarmed, don't touch them. I'm doing my part as a parent to instill knowledge into my children to where they should not have their rights violated. Period. It's not fair to them. They need to be able to finish high school or whatever and live their lives, not being aimed at by the police. Are you protecting us or are you protecting the corporation? What is your narrative? So we can understand how we need to move as a people. That's wrong. You don't do that. You see what I'm saying? And if you're a grown motherfucker, should nobody have to tell you that? And with this situation with George Floyd, everybody and their mama know that shit is wrong as fuck. This man he was not a threat. So why you got your knee on his neck, cutting off his air supply? And in my own opinion, I honestly think that this is a fraternal order type shit. And if that guy who killed that man blatantly on live, he needs to get more than just a lost job. Fuck being fired. He needs to be tried in the courts, just like a black man would have killed another black man, or a black man would have killed a white man. Period. Since we're on the subject of black and white, the gray area is nationality, first and foremost. Because when one knows themselves, they can defend themselves. When one knows of their human right, they can exercise their rights. But if you don't know your rights, you don't have any. We need to learn how to operate in our proper person. Pro se, motherfucker. Seriously. We need to evaluate the Attorney General. And if anybody didn't notice, like as soon as Obama came in office, that's when it got hyped up about a lot of black men being killed. And it was just sickening. And presidents don't have all the power. That's why they have a Secretary of State, a Vice President, an Attorney General, and so forth. Let's see who they're bringing into place. If the Attorney General can't rectify this shit, it's a problem. Why is he still in his position and not preventing genocide on the black population? You get what I'm saying? Dead ass serious. I don't understand how people, can sleep at night knowing that this man just lost his life for no freaking reason. I've watched videos of this man. It was like a surveillance camera outside of where he was. I seen them pull him out his truck. They didn't take no guns, no weapons or anything off of him. So how the hell he end up with a knee in his fucking neck? What was the crime? What was the protocol for him being stopped and handcuffed with a foot on his neck? I mean, help me understand that. And you know the sad part is, the guy who committed this crime, he's not finna do a video being apologetic or anything. He does not give two fucks. Oh, he lost his job, so what? I'll find another one. He's in a fraternal order where he has privilege to do whatever the fuck he want. He may not have that job, but what else the fuck does he do? Everything is questionable at the end of the day. And I'm just letting every cricket cop out there know, I'm with you as a motherfucker. And if you touch my goddamn son, you gonna have to worry about their mother. Period. And it's not a threat. It's not. I am upset as a mother because I have to warn my sons that they could be a target of a cricket police officer that probably got picked on when he was a kid, bullied, didn't no girl want him, he couldn't get no ass, or whatever the fuck going on with his insecure ass problems. A lot of these cops that are coming into the force need to be psychologically evaluated along with their training. You know, I have a girlfriend of mine who is a cop, and she's letting me know off the rip, that's not the protocol. It really isn't. And on our task force, we don't do that. If the guy is unarmed, we cannot apprehend him with abuse. You can take him to jail, put him in some handcuffs, but why the foot on it? Why the neck? What is that symbolic of in your fraternal order? What rank does that get you? These children are tired, and this sleeping giant is about to wake the fuck up. So take consideration that we the people, are not going to stand for that bullshit anymore. You know? You think, oh, because you released a corona scare that you can justify to kill anybody that you want? No, don't nobody give a fuck about no COVID-19. If you're killing somebody unjustly, people are going to act out. Riots, I don't really agree with a riot, because there's a way you can do everything, but at the end of the day, it's not going to cure the problem. You know, you have to dig beneath the rocky surface to see why is this taking place. Sometimes war can be won with the ink pen. You'd be surprised, you know. But I appreciate those cops that are speaking up and speaking out against this bullshit. I appreciate the doctors that are coming forward and letting people know that this is what's taking place in the hospitals with the COVID-19. Them jacking numbers up and, you know, have people wearing face masks and all that dumb shit. I'm happy for those who are standing up. And before I leave on this message, I want to give my ashes to George Floyd. May you rise with the ancestors and cause collateral damage on the other realm. You hear me? Tavon Martin, Tamir Rice, and others, ashe to you. Ashe, Sandra Bland. We ain't forgot your name, girl. You know, we here. And as long as we're here, we're going to rise like the phoenix in the ashes, because we're done. We're tired. Enough of this bullshit. You know? It's enough. Enough is enough. You know? So, with that being said, I'm going to leave in peace. I'm going to wash my face and brush my teeth, because I just got up. Like, my mind has been racing about this situation. Because when I think of victims that are being slain by police, I think about my children. They are the future. And they need peace. They need to be able to walk to the store, go in the store without harm to their body. Period. Whether it's the police or some other asshole. They don't need these problems. This is why I make sure that mine are protected. Believe it. We have to awaken. We live in an age of information where we cannot afford to sleep and slumber and be cattle property. Keep being sheep. Doesn't matter to me what your nationality is. If you see wrong and unjust, stand the fuck up and say something. Be proactive in your approach, because our children need us. They see us. They see how we operate on this retarded ass low vibrational planet. Are you going to stand for something, or are you going to fall for anything? Ponder that. Until the next video. Peace and love. I'm out.